What if I told you that your biggest breakthrough is closer than you think? That the struggle, the frustration, and the pain you're feeling right now might actually be the final test before everything changes. Most people quit right before they're about to make it. And the reason is simple. They don't recognize the signs that success is just around the corner. But if you've been seeing these signs, it means your life is about to shift in ways you never imagined. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know for sure whether you're on the edge of something extraordinary. And before we begin, if you're ready to unlock your full potential, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss life-changing insights like this. Now, let's get started. Number 1, everything feels like it's falling apart. Have you ever felt like your entire world is crumbling at once? Like no matter how hard you try, problems keep stacking up, one after another, until you feel completely drained, lost, and ready to give up? Relationships become strained, opportunities vanish, and nothing seems to go right. It's as if life is testing you, pushing you to your absolute limit, daring you to see how much more you can take. But here's the truth. This isn't failure. This isn't the universe working against you. This is the painful yet necessary process of transformation. Think about it. Before a seed breaks through the soil, it first has to crack open in complete darkness. Before a butterfly emerges, the caterpillar must dissolve inside its cocoon. Before the dawn, there's the darkest part of the night. And before your breakthrough, everything around you will feel like it's breaking. That's not a coincidence. It's a sign. The struggles you're facing aren't here to destroy you. They're here to shape you, to strip away the weak, unprepared version of yourself and forge the person who's ready for what comes next. Growth is painful because it requires letting go. Letting go of old habits, old beliefs, and sometimes even old relationships. You may feel betrayed, abandoned, or defeated, but in reality, you're just being redirected. And here's the hard truth. Most people quit at this stage. They mistake the storm for the end, instead of realizing that the storm is just the beginning. They don't understand that pain is proof of progress, that the struggle is a final test to see if they're truly ready for the next level. Are you? Because if you're feeling like your life is falling apart, I have one thing to tell you. Don't stop now. You are closer than ever. The chaos around you isn't a sign to quit. It's a sign to push harder than you ever have before. Your breakthrough is coming, and when it does, you'll look back at this moment and realize that everything had to fall apart so something greater could fall into place. Number 2, you're losing people who don't support you. Have you noticed certain people drifting away from you? Friends who once seemed close suddenly stop calling. Family members who used to encourage you now act indifferent, or worse, try to pull you down. You may even feel like you're walking this path alone, abandoned by the very people you thought would always be there. It's painful, isn't it? It makes you question yourself. Did I do something wrong? Why is everyone leaving? But here's what most people don't realize. This isn't a coincidence. This is a necessary shift. When you start changing, when you start leveling up, improving yourself, and chasing bigger goals, not everyone can handle it. Some people only liked you when you were struggling, when you were on their level, when you had the same complaints, problems, and excuses. But the moment you start breaking free, something terrifying happens. You become a mirror. Your growth makes them uncomfortable because it reminds them of their own stagnation. And instead of rising with you, most people will take the easier path, pulling away or even trying to drag you back down. Understand this. Losing people is part of the process. It's not a punishment, it's a cleansing. The universe, life, or whatever force you believe in is removing those who aren't meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some friendships and relationships were never built to last forever. They were only there to teach you a lesson. And here's the deeper truth. The more you grow, the more people you will lose. But don't see this as a loss, see it as an upgrade. Because for every person who exits your life, someone better aligned will enter. People who match your ambition, who genuinely support you, who don't feel threatened by your success but inspired by it. So if you're losing people, don't chase them. Don't beg them to stay. Instead, ask yourself, what is my next level? Who am I becoming? Because the ones who truly belong in your future won't need to be forced to stay. They will naturally align with the person you are becoming. Let go. The right people will find you. Number 3. You're experiencing intense self-doubt. Have you ever had moments where you felt completely inadequate, where every step forward came with a nagging voice whispering, "What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if I'm just fooling myself?" This crushing weight of self-doubt can be paralyzing. It makes you question everything, makes you want to turn back. But here's what no one tells you. This isn't a sign of failure. It's proof you're about to win. Self-doubt doesn't show up when you're standing still. It doesn't exist when you're playing it safe, living an average life, staying in your comfort zone. It only attacks when you're moving towards something bigger, when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. The reason you feel this way is because your mind is struggling to adjust. It spent years identifying with the old version of you, the one that settled, the one that accepted limits, the one that stayed comfortable. But now you're stepping into a new reality where you're stronger, bolder, and more capable than ever before. And that terrifies your old identity, so it fights back. That's why the closer you get to success, the louder your doubts become. You're not ready. You'll embarrass yourself. You're not good enough. These aren't facts. They're the last desperate screams of your former self, begging you to stay the same. Here's the brutal truth. Most people listen to those doubts. They give in, they turn back, and they never realize how close they were to something extraordinary. But those who push through, they're the ones who make it. So if you're drowning in self-doubt right now, don't see it as a reason to stop. See it as confirmation you're exactly where you need to be. The discomfort you feel isn't a warning sign, it's a transformation sign. You're standing at the edge of greatness. Don't let fear of who you were stop you from becoming who you're meant to be. Greatness isn't on the other side of confidence. It's on the other side of pushing through your doubts, no matter how loud they scream. So ask yourself, will you listen to the fear, or will you prove it wrong? Number 4, you feel an urge to isolate yourself. Have you noticed yourself pulling away from people, from distractions, from things that once entertained you, but now feel meaningless? Conversations that used to excite you now seem dull. Social gatherings you once enjoyed feel draining. You find yourself craving silence, craving solitude, but you don't fully understand why. Let me tell you something powerful. This isn't loneliness. This is transformation. When you're about to step into a new version of yourself, your subconscious knows before you do. It starts preparing you, pulling you away from anything that no longer serves your growth. You might not see it clearly yet, but deep down your mind and soul know something big is coming. Isolation isn't a sign of weakness. It's not a sign you're lost. It's a sign you're leveling up. Think about it. Before a snake sheds its skin, it retreats. Before a great storm reshapes the land, there's silence. Before a masterpiece is created, the artist disappears into their craft. Right now, you're in that phase. Your energy is shifting. You're moving away from distractions and into deep focus. You're detaching from people who no longer align with your future. You're stepping into the version of yourself you were always meant to be. But here's the hard truth. Most people won't understand this. They'll call you distant. They'll say you've changed. They'll try to pull you back into meaningless distractions. And this is where most people fail. They give in. They go back to the comfort of fitting in instead of embracing the discomfort of growth. But not you. Not this time. This urge to isolate is a gift. Use it. Spend time alone. Reflect. Plan. Build. Protect your energy. Because what's coming next requires your full focus. You're stepping into something greater, and those who truly belong in your life will understand that. Number 5. You're seeing more synchronicities and signs. Have you ever glanced at the clock and kept seeing 11:11, 2:22, or 3:33 over and over? Have you been thinking about something important only to hear a stranger randomly mention it in conversation? Or maybe a person, opportunity, or message appeared in your life at the exact moment you needed it. Let me tell you something profound. This isn't random. This isn't coincidence. These are signs, messages from the universe confirming you're on the right path. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the more these signs appear. Why? Because your energy is shifting. You're aligning with something bigger than yourself, and the world around you is reflecting that back. These signs aren't just gentle nudges, they're calls to pay attention. Think about it. Before every major transformation in history, there were warnings, symbols, and messages hidden in plain sight. The problem is most people ignore them. They brush them off as mere coincidences and miss their significance. But those who recognize them, those who truly see what's happening, are the ones who move forward while everyone else stays stuck. If you've been seeing repeated numbers, strange patterns, or coincidences that feel too perfect to be accidental, don't ignore them. These are signs your reality is shifting, that you're approaching a moment that could change everything. Here's something even deeper. The more you acknowledge these signs, the more they appear. Why? Because your awareness expands, your intuition sharpens. You start seeing life not as random events, but as a perfectly orchestrated sequence designed to guide you toward your highest potential. So next time you see a sign, don't shrug it off. Ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? What am I being guided toward? What do I need to do next? Because the truth is, your breakthrough isn't just near, it's already unfolding right in front of you. You just have to open your eyes and step into it. Number 6. You're feeling unusually tired or restless. Have you been exhausted for no clear reason? Waking up tired even after a full night's sleep? Feeling drained despite not doing anything physically demanding? Or maybe the opposite is happening. You feel restless, unable to sleep, constantly sensing something big is about to happen, but not knowing what. Let me tell you something crucial. This isn't just fatigue. This isn't random exhaustion. This is a sign you're on the verge of something massive. Most people think success is about physical effort, but real transformation happens in the mind first. Before your reality changes, your subconscious prepares for it. It works overtime processing shifts, breaking down old beliefs, and reprogramming you for your next level. And this takes energy. Think of it like a computer running a massive update in the background. Everything seems normal on the surface, but deep inside, systems are being rewritten. That's what's happening to you. Your mind, body, and energy are preparing for your next chapter, and that preparation takes a toll. This is why you feel drained. This is why your motivation fluctuates. Your old self is dissolving, and your new self is being constructed. But here's what most people don't understand. This exhaustion is temporary. The more you embrace the change, the faster you move through it. Then suddenly, that fatigue will flip. One day you'll wake up with unshakable energy, driven, focused, unstoppable. The tiredness will be replaced by momentum, and you'll realize everything you've been waiting for is finally happening. So if you're feeling exhausted, don't fight it. Rest when needed, but don't give up. Because this isn't burnout, it's a sign your biggest transformation is just around the corner. Number 7, you suddenly gained clarity on what you want. For the longest time you felt lost. You questioned everything, your purpose, your path, your next move. Nothing felt certain, and doubt consumed you. One day you wanted one thing, the next day something completely different. It was frustrating, exhausting, and left you feeling stuck. But then something shifted. Suddenly, out of nowhere, it clicked. You woke up one day and everything made sense. The mental fog lifted and you knew exactly what you wanted, not just thought it, but felt it deep in your soul. That confusion that haunted you for months or even years? Gone. Let me tell you something profound. This clarity isn't an accident. It's not random. It's proof you're ready. When you're about to step into something life-changing, your inner self prepares you before your external reality does. That confusion you felt before, it was necessary. It forced you to question everything, to release what wasn't meant for you, and to clear space for something greater. Now you're aligned. Now you see the vision clearly. And here's the most powerful part. Once you gain this clarity, you can't unsee it. The distractions that once pulled you in no longer interest you. The doubts that once controlled you no longer have power. You don't just hope for a breakthrough. You know it's coming because you finally understand where you're going and what needs to be done. But here's where most people fail. They get scared of this clarity. They second-guess it. They convince themselves it's too big, too risky, too different from what they once believed. So they ignore it. They push it aside and return to old patterns. And just like that, they remain stuck. But not you. Not this time. This clarity is your signal. This is your moment. Your inner self is telling you you are ready. Now all that's left is for you to step into it. Number 8. Small wins start piling up. At first, it feels like nothing's happening. You've been working, struggling, pushing forward, but the big breakthrough still seems far away. You start questioning everything. Is this even worth it? Am I wasting my time? Will things ever change? But then something strange occurs. Small wins start appearing almost out of nowhere. Maybe you get an unexpected message from someone who can help. Maybe a random opportunity lands in your lap. Maybe you receive good news that, while not life-changing, feels like a step in the right direction. At first, you might not even notice. You might brush it off as coincidence. But let me tell you something critical. There are no coincidences. These small wins aren't random. They're signals your breakthrough is approaching. The universe doesn't give you everything at once. It tests you first. It gives you small victories to see if you're ready, to see if you'll recognize the shift happening around you. Here's the truth most people ignore. If you dismiss these small wins, you delay the big one. Most people are so focused on the final goal that they overlook the signs leading to it. They ignore the little opportunities, the small successes, the tiny moments of progress, and because they don't appreciate them, they stop coming. But those who recognize these small wins, those who celebrate them, they see something different. The momentum builds, more wins appear, the right people show up, the right opportunities unfold, and before they know it, the big breakthrough they were waiting for arrives. So if you've been seeing small victories stacking up, pay attention. It's not luck. It's not random. It's proof you're on the edge of something massive. Keep going. You're closer than you think. As we conclude, if you're experiencing these signs, don't stop now. You're closer than ever to something life-changing. This is the moment most people give up, thinking they're stuck, when in reality, they're right at the edge of their breakthrough. So tell me in the comments, which of these signs have you been noticing in your life? Remember, your future is waiting. Now, go claim it. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.